but I can confirm now that 2 hours later, traffic has picked up. The N1 is busy. The R101 is busy. Where we are now, it's on the bridge, just next to the way bridge, where we were earlier on, where they are weighing these overloaded trailers. And this is where the R101 and N1 meet just before Polokwane. But what I can also confirm is that the figures that we gave you earlier on seems to have increased, and the situation does not look good in the province. But to get more of that information, I'm now joined by the departmental spokesperson, Kagiso Muotana, just to give us more on what's happening. Kagiso, what's the latest on our roads since the beginning of the festive season?
As a Department of Transport, Safety, Security and Liaison in Limpopo, we are more worried about the high rate of accident that is occurring on our roads. As I'm talking to you now, we already have 227 accidents and we have lost 63 people. And amongst them, pedestrians are on a high rate of 20. Since this Friday, we had operations across the province. On Friday, we had an interprovincial roadblock at Woodspruit between Mpumalanga and Limpopo, where we have managed to stop and check more than 200 vehicles. We have issued more than 25 drivers with different summonses, and we have arrested 6 drivers on that operation for operating under the influence of alcohol. And across the province, more than 50 drivers were arrested this weekend only for driving under the influence of alcohol. But this thing is worrying us as a department, because if you can check, the possibility that caused the accidents on our roads is speeding. The driver lost control, the vehicle overturned, and we found that most of the drivers, they are drunk, and our pedestrian also. We are pleading with the pedestrian that they must be more vigilant when they're crossing the road, and they must know that we have built bridges for them. They are not allowed to cross on a highway, especially here on N1. They must use the bridges, and on their location, they must cross on the pedestrian crossing where it is safe.
But you must be worried. When we spoke about 2 days ago, the figure was at around 15 and now it has escalated to 65. You must be worried about the high number and also for the fact that we are still going to Christmas and New Year. Any plans in place to curb these increasing numbers?
What we are worried more about now, we are just pleading with our motorists to work hand in hand with our traffic officers, because if you can check, even road traffic management, they have sent more traffic officers to enlarge visibility of traffic officials on our road. What we have realized is that our motorists, they comply only when they see a blue light. But if they can comply with the rules of the road, know that road safety begins with you immediately when you reverse your vehicle from the garage to the public road. All of us, we're gonna arrive where we are going safely soon.
Let's talk of the overloaded trailers. It's buses, it's bakkies. We have seen most of them have been impounded. Some were arrested. How are you dealing with those issues?
As you hear the message of our MEC Mugaba Pukwane on the 4th, when we are launching this operation of festive, he urged all the public transport, buses, trucks and these trailers to get into the way bridges so that we check the roadworthiness of them, we check even the overloading. Now as I'm talking to you, all the way bridges are operating 24/7. We have already impounded more than 100 trailers in our province. This thing is a problematic to us because it carries on every year. Even the minibuses now, we have impounded more than 95 of them that are operating without legal documents. They are complaining that our department, they don't give them permits. But when you check, we relocated the office to head office. They don't give themselves time to come to head office to do those permits, and it causes taxi conflicts on our roads.
Kagiso, lastly, you have indicated that road users seem to comply when traffic officers are on the roadsides. Are we likely to see roadblocks, any kind of intervention, looking towards Christmas and New Year?
Yes, we're gonna man roadblocks everywhere. Even though, remember, our traffic officer, they can't be every 10 kilometers, but they are all over our roads, and we are gonna continue with these roadblocks until the 15th of January.
Look, the number seems to be escalating every time we talk to the Department of Transport. And another worrying factor is that, as the spokesperson has alluded, that people seem to follow the rules and regulations only when they see traffic officials, only when they see blue lights on the road. They are just urging with them to at least comply with the road regulations and rules so that they can arrive safe and sound. It's back to you in the studio.
Thank you so much to our reporter in Limpopo. Now on to